Welcome back to another episode. Today is going to be a good episode because behind me I have a couple of products that I will be using to get ready for Wikibeat Meet for the BRZ, but one of them is one that is solving an issue that I've been having. So lately I've been missing some battery, so my battery's been draining for I don't want to disclose why, but so until I fix that issue, I've been charging the battery, but I have been opening and closing my hood for too much, and it's just annoying because it's that one thing that you put the stick, you put the hood on top, and it's just annoying. So in that box, I have something that will fix that. Let's check it out. From our lovely sponsor, GrimmSpeed, we're going to be installing, drum roll please. Oops. We have our beautiful hood struts. So as you can see here, GrimmSpeed, and we're going to be installing this to them. So stick around. I like this one. Well, here we have our struts. I was trying to do some compression tests, making sure that they compress and they were okay. It comes with 3 brackets. Ideally, it is one bracket with 2 bolts and an extension of the bracket that goes into one of the struts, and then when you assemble it, you're able to put it into the car. It also comes with 2 rubber pieces that you're supposed to insert in the holes. Once you insert the rubber piece in that hole next to the curve, you're going to line up your strut, and you're gonna put the bolt into one of the sides. Make sure that the bolt is on the outer side of that ear on the bracket, and you're gonna twist around the other side of the strut so it can go into the other piece of the bracket with the other bolt. Once you have finished the first one, you'll do exactly the same thing to the other side, or the other side strut. You're gonna do it on the outside of the ear is going to be the bolt. As you can see here, I made the mistake, but then later realized I was doing it wrong, and I corrected it. And in here, you're going to, I did not show in camera, but you're gonna get a 10 inch wrench, and you're going to get a 1/2 inch wrench, and you're gonna tighten those bolts. Go easy on them, don't go too hard. They just need to be tight enough for you to place them on the hood. The first thing I did once I got to the engine bay, I tested out and make sure that I was doing the right strut bar and the right side. Once you know that you're doing the right side, you're gonna remove the bottom bolt and you're gonna replace it with a provided bolt that GrimmSpeed gives you, and you're going to once that's done, you're gonna remove the secondary, which is the top bolt, and you're going to line it up with a bracket and insert the bolt on the top. Make sure you hold your hood because it will be wiggling if you don't. They need to be lined up. You don't want to cross thread your bolt. Once that's set up, you have to tighten up your bolt, and you'll be golden on that side. I believe those bolts are 12 bolts, number 12 bolts, if I'm not mistaken. Then we're gonna grab our 10 mil socket, and we're going to go ahead and remove the bolt that is at the bottom side of the engine bay, right next to the fender. And we will be removing that and replacing it with the hardware provided by GrimmSpeed. You're gonna be removing it, but please be careful while you're doing this. You're using your ratchet wrench and you may scratch your fender, so I was very careful and try to put my hand around it so that way I don't hit any spots on the fender. Once removed, you're going to put the strut component, the bottom part, the little toe looking metal is going to go in a hole that is right next to that bolt hole, and you're going to replace that bolt with the one provided by GrimmSpeed. As you can see here, I was struggling a little bit because the hood was open with the stick that comes from factory, and it was holding it in place so it doesn't open forward or backwards, and that's why I was having a little bit of trouble. I also was testing to make sure that it was holding its weight, but somehow it wasn't, because one strut is not enough to hold the weight of the whole hood. Once done with this, you're going to tighten up all the bolts, both of the bolts in the hood and that bolt that goes into the chassis mount, and you'll be okay to just move on to the second side of the car. Alright, and so here we have it. As you can see, we did the bolt up here, bolt down there, and we removed the 10 mil bolt that was for the fender, and we replaced it with the hardware that came with. And then we did exactly the same thing on that side and at the bottom as well. And so originally I thought that it wasn't going to hold because I had one side and it wasn't holding, but somehow I guess I wasn't taking into consideration that the second bolt, the second strut would do the difference. But so far, I mean, I don't want to destroy the cable that I have for my battery charging, but let's see. Let's go. It stays where you are, and it goes down. And then if you halfway there, it goes down. Right there, it stays like that. And then you can push, and that's as far as it goes up, which is great because we have a lot more clearance. Before, I believe it just went up to right there. So you can see, let me pull it so I can see. This is the farthest it went. So you see the difference between height right there, and then just for the purpose of knowing, we're gonna do this. I'll hook it, and it goes about, I don't know, I want to say another 4 or 5 inches higher. So I'm pretty happy about this. I mean, it's been bothering me because when I wanted to charge my battery, I had to basically open the hood, take this thing, put it there, and then let it stand up. Now it's just a pop open like the SDI. So I think overall it did the job. I couldn't be happier, and the price, I think it was like either $100 or $89. So GrimmSpeed, thank you for this. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.